Hello friends, this is AnaLuna and welcome back to my channel. Remember to click like, subscribe, and set your notification bell for future readings. Full moon blessings to the community. This is our full moon tarot card reading. I will be reading from the Modern Witches deck and pulling one oracle card as well. So this full moon is bringing high levels of intensity to do your magical work. And the full moon, the other event that is occurring is the partial lunar eclipse. So you will be experiencing, or we will be experiencing, even higher levels of intensity because of the other event that's occurring with our full moon. And so when you go to do your magical work, those of you who, well, I know we have a lot of experienced practitioners in our community, and then so when you go to do your magical work, you know that harnessing the power and energy from the full moon and the partial lunar eclipse will only serve to augment your magical work, will serve to increase all of the work that you are, or all of your intentions that you are looking to accomplish. Okay, and with that, I would like to also recommend following, for those of you who do not follow all of the phases of the moon, if you're just doing your magical work at the full moon or at the new moon, I would like to recommend following the phases, the lunation in the lunation cycle, as a journey of cleansing and increase. So the full moon is bringing also energies of cleansing, and so we will be cleansing our magical items tonight, such as your crystals, your feathers, your wands, any magical item that you use with frequency, and place them under the light of the full moon to be cleansed. And so following the cycles, or following the phases of the lunation cycle, you could do your cleansing work as well as your work of increase. So by that I mean, if you're following all of the waning when you begin tonight, then you can start following the waning phases of the moon. So as the moon grows darker, you will be doing your cleansing work by discarding those things that are no longer serving you. For example, if you are in a relationship or are carrying a lot of emotions around having, let's say, having a bad relationship or having false friends, then use the waning phases of the moon to be able to take the steps necessary to discard all of those unnecessary relationships. Or if you are experiencing, you're going through a cycle of negative thinking or negative self-talk, then you can begin the work of practicing positive thinking and positive self-talk. And so you're using the waning phases of the moon to discard what is no longer serving you. And so that will take you all the way up to the dark moon, or take you all the way up to the new moon. And with the new moon, this is when you can begin your practice or your work around increase. And so as the moon grows lighter, you can use that time from the dark moon all the way to the next full moon. Use that time as the light of the moon grows bigger and bigger. Then you can use those phases to do work around increase in prosperity, increase in gaining a new outlook, doing what is positive for you, the best thing for you, increase in whatever you can do or whatever you want to do for growth and emotional stability. And so all of those things can come into play during the entire, all of the cycles or the phases in the lunation cycle. And so it feels like that it might take a long time, but sometimes that's what it requires for us to do the work necessary to be able to reach prosperity, or go on a journey of prosperity and growth. So today we have the feather to remind you of your resilience. Have the wand, and this is to guide the energy, direct the energy. And amethyst for tranquility and peace. And as I mentioned, I will be reading from the Modern Witches deck. The Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and Judgment. And so with the Wheel of Fortune, that is bringing the energies of ups and downs. Okay, so you might be down now, but then as the wheel continues to turn, you might be experiencing a time of prosperity, a time of growth. Okay, so we're talking about the moon and the phases of the moon, and so that would be a good time to think about all of the cycles that you have been through, at least your recent cycles that you have been through, where you might have experienced brief growth, or you might have started something and stopped, or something toward moving towards success. Might have started that, might have started a project, you might have started just anything that you might have begun in the name of growth and stopped. So the Wheel of Fortune is encouraging you to begin that work again and stick to it. And so the Lovers is bringing a message of relationship. And so this could represent a relationship that is a relationship that needs work, or a relationship that is successful. So whatever the case is, if you're in a relationship that is needs work, then you might want to think about how you would like to go about the next steps in that relationship. It could also mean, because we're talking about the phase of the moon, this phase of the moon, and moving to the next few phases of the moon around the waning moons. So if it's not a good relationship, you might want to think about if you are looking to end the relationship or repair the relationship. So Judgment is this could be judgment of others or judgment of yourself. What it might feel like is that you might be judging yourself too harshly. So if you're judging yourself too harshly, consider being gentle with yourself, being understanding, and understand some of the circumstances, or the circumstance that you're in, and understand just all the things around it, in that circumstance or in that situation that you're going through right now. It's not only you, so you have to consider all of the elements, even though it's where it's going to begin is internally. So it's going to begin with you. So the actions that you will take as you learn how not to judge yourself so harshly, the actions that you will take will contribute to a little bit more light and prosperity in your life. The oracle card is intuition. And so this is interesting because that's one of the things that I always say at the end of my readings is to follow your intuition. And so this card is bringing the message of listening to your intuition, because your intuition will never lie to you. Some of us proceed regardless of what our intuition is telling us, and sometimes things sort of get a little clumsy or don't end well. So your intuition is always going to guide you in the right direction. Your intuition is not going to steer you on the wrong road. Okay, so when you listen to your intuition, then you're able to assess and just see with your eyes open what needs to be done and see the real truth of things. Intuition is not fear. Okay, intuition has nothing to do with fear. Fear is gripping. Fear stops you from acting, but intuition opens your eyes. And so this is my reading for today. And remember, as you continue on your journey, remember to pay attention to your dreams, follow your intuitions, and honor the ancestors. Blessings.